I'm driving over to my destiny. Good morning! I'm so excited. Today, I am going to go look at my first house. I turned 18 at the beginning of this year and I moved out at the beginning of summer, and slowly over time I've realized, hey, how cool would it be if I bought my own place? Today was a little weird, like it didn't go exactly as I thought or like as I expected. I love it. Today could potentially be a huge day. I am going on a road trip to visit a tiny house. Lately, I have been thinking that the next step in my life, the next season I want to step into is own a house. And my mom and I have done a ton of research. There are many different ways you can be a homeowner without actually having like a normal home in like a neighborhood. My older sister moved into an RV with her husband. It's really cute. They live in a little RV resort in Austin. It's so cute and perfect. And so the idea of like living in a small space has kind of been around me for a while. And my mom found a website that sells tiny homes in Austin, Texas, where my sister lives. So we are going to go and tour a tiny house to see if it's something that I would potentially buy and get delivered to my parents' house. So it's gonna be a crazy day. I'm really, really hopeful. The tiny house that we're looking at is literally adorable and it's like completely ready to go from what we can see from the photos. I have high hopes. I feel good about it. So I guess we'll just have to see. We're currently, my mom has been clearing out a little space in the forest for my house to go, assuming that it all works out and we actually get the house. But if not this house, I think the idea of doing a tiny house is probably what we're gonna stick with. That's what makes the most sense. Because I don't see myself as an RV person like Laura, my sister. You don't see me as an RV person, do you?
No.
You see me as a tiny house person? More so?
Yeah.
See, there you go. The writing is in the wall. Also this morning, I'm really thankful because I woke up early, got coffee. Today I am wearing a cute new blue top that I got and white sweatpants. For the ride, I have my computer because I might do a little bit of work, but I definitely won't because mom and I will end up talking the whole time. For the coffee people that are out there, I made an iced latte with an extra shot with 1 pump of salted caramel and half. It's like nice and creamy, but it's still like espresso-y because I put the extra shot. It's very good. Okay, so mom just brought up a good point. She was saying that as we're visiting the tiny house, I need to not be like over the top enthusiastic, like, oh my gosh, it's the best thing in the world. Like, we have to play it kind of cool because we might not just get the first tiny house that we look at. But my head, like the way that I'm thinking about it is like, oh, this is the one, like this is what I'm gonna be moving into. But that's not necessarily the case. So I'm gonna try and play it really cool and not be like super excited if I love it. But after the tour, I'll let y'all know what I really feel. But I'm gonna be really good at masking it, not being excited at all. Actually, I'll go and be like, it's not even good. It's kind of ugly, actually. I also have this like creative vision that I really want this house to be decorated with tiny accents of rosy red. I've never decorated with red before. I've always done like pink or blue or just like natural colors. I think that like red is perfect for obviously going into fall and Christmas, but also just in general, I feel like a lot of my close friends have told me that
Follow the faster route via Farm to Market Road.
A lot of my close friends have told me that my aura gives red vibes, which is interesting because I really don't wear a lot of red, so I think that just shows that it's very genuine because they're not being misled by the fact that I wear a lot of red, because I pretty much only wear like blue and purple now that I know my color palette. I think that red just like makes sense in my head and in my soul, and so I'm like, okay, red it's gonna be. One of these walls within the house will be red. That is like the thing that I'm set on, and it'd be really funny if I end up not doing that and then y'all are just like, wait, why did she go on that spiel about red and then didn't do anything? But I promise I will. Now that I've said that, I'm like promising even more so that I'm gonna have a red wall. Anyways, I've had this coffee since 7 a.m. and I haven't finished it. I don't know why I'm drinking it like really slow today. I always drink it slow, but I think this is like extra slow. Did y'all know that my mom hates coffee? It's really sad. She has no life.
It smells okay.
She doesn't like coffee. My dad likes coffee. All my sisters like coffee. Even her dad, like grandpa, likes coffee. I just don't get it.
I thought that your dad was the one because he smelled like coffee, just like your dad did.
Your dad did.
My dad did. Yeah. Then one other thing was your dad wore his sweaters inside out. And so did my dad. So for those two things.
You're like, that's my man. He's got that inside out sweater, like he's the one. I guess it's a family thing.
They were really significant to me, and I was like,
so funny.
That's the man.
I definitely will marry someone who not only smells like coffee all the time, but loves coffee. Like they have to love coffee. Otherwise, I will not know how to communicate to them. Like I will not know how to be their friend, you know? So as soon as we arrived at the tiny house, we were greeted by two really awesome people who were helping us tour the tiny house, and they were with us the whole time, so most of my footage is like non-audio. They were really helpful and answered all of our questions. My mom had a lot of questions going into it because she's been a part of building structures like these before, so she knows how they should be built, and she definitely had some concerns about the wood that they used. As I was looking around, I definitely knew that the style was adorable.
Whoa, whoa. Hey, Annie, here, look over this side.
Oh, that's cute. Mom, it's really cute. There's a lot of space.
There's a lot of space.
Like, I could do a whole like couch and like desk.
No, this is the bedroom.
No, think up here would be the bedroom. But I could also tell that for the price it was selling at, it wasn't necessarily the best quality. Okay, mom is outside asking them about wood and kind of like the details that we need to know. I definitely have thoughts. I'm just not 100% sold. It is really cute that like I could definitely picture myself being here. I really love like this image here though. And I love this door. This reminds me of the one that Mackenzie and I stayed in Austin during a vlog recently. I love this storage. Like look at that. Would I put my camera in it here? Oh, this is a good shot. Okay, it's dark, but it's not bad. Okay, we are at Laura's camper right now. That's Laura's voice in the distance. Touring the tiny house was really, really, really fun. It was really interesting though. The model that we had come to see wasn't actually there. So we ended up seeing two other models that were not completely ideal. There are two things about the two models that we saw that I didn't like. The first one, I didn't like that there was cabinets above the kitchen and not a window, because that's what I really loved about the one that we were thinking we were gonna visit. I loved that there was just a huge window overlooking the kitchen sink, because if you guys have a kitchen, you know, you pretty much stand at the sink like majority of the day, it feels like. I think that a window is a lot more important than storage. And then two, in the second tiny house, there were two lofts. I definitely don't think that that's what I'm looking for. It's not necessary for me. I only need one for a mattress, and like the second one just kind of feels like a waste of space. So neither tiny house were like exactly perfect, but we found out that there's this kind of whole situation where we could do a custom version of the tiny house. And so we could take the tiny house that we looked at today and we could tweak it a little bit. And so the tweak that I would do is just take out the cabinets and put a big window. I think that that would make it literally perfect. Like, it wouldn't need anything else, and I think I would be so happy and it would be perfect. So today was a little weird, like it didn't go exactly as I thought or like as I expected, but it was so fun and so worth it. And I really loved being in that little space. Like just being there, I was like, this is going to be amazing. Like when we find like the house, the one, it's gonna be awesome. So we're going to kind of think about our different options. If we did a custom house, I think it would end up being a little bit more expensive, and it would also take a lot longer. So it's like a question of how long do I want to wait and how much money am I willing to spend. Whereas if we got the one with the overhead cabinets, we could get it literally within a couple weeks. A lot of things to mull over, and I'll keep y'all updated, but for now, that's the only update that I have. But it was a fun day, wasn't it, Mom?
It was definitely a fun day.
So stay tuned for more tiny house updates. Bye!